G'day trendsetters, I am John with the Gravel Cyclist, coming to you today with a wheel set review by those folks from Cadex. Cadex is also a subsidiary company of Giant Bicycle. This happens to be the Cadex AR35. AR meaning all road, 35 signifying the rim depth of these pretty spectacular looking carbon wheels. The current light situation does not do these wheels justice. It's very overcast at the moment. If you are a regular to the gravelcyclist.com website or Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel, you'll already have seen my unboxing and features video of this particular wheel set. In fact, there's one box here, but when you receive these wheels, there's another box that looks just like this one for each wheel. A lot of packaging. You also receive a pretty lovely wheel bag and a nice little accessory pouch. It's got the manual, got tire levers, warranty information and so on. All right, enough claptrap. It's time to get busy with the review and cover all the techie specs. With a name such as AR, all roads, these wheels are obviously engineered for gravel roads, dirt roads, whatever madness you're going to throw at them. They're also quite light, with Cadex touting an overall weight of 1,270 grams. So they should climb pretty well when the road starts going whoop, vertical even. They're also hookless, and internal width is 25 millimeters, which I'll cover in a moment when I bust out my calipers. Behold the front Cadex AR35 front wheel. These are hookless rims. Confirmed that with my fingers, no hook. And these rims are tough. Cadex engineers these rims to be on the level of XC, meaning cross-country mountain biking, for impact resistance. But the carbon insanity doesn't stop there. These are carbon spokes with a precision reinforced carbon layout for class-leading stiffness and low weight. The spoke count on this front wheel is very interesting. There are 21 spokes in all, so an odd number. And this is pretty much a crow's foot pattern, I believe it's called. You've got two cross on the disc brake side, and that is a center lock mounting, my favorite for the rotor. Flip it over, you've got radial. You don't see that too often. The front hub also has an interesting integrated front design. Now, according to Cadex, the design reinforces axle supports and eliminates play by replacing the end cap bearing and bushing interface with an integrated axle running the entire length of the hub. You don't see that every day. And there are ceramic bearings inside this hub as well. And if you can't miss the obvious clue, these are straight pull spokes. It is a really, really beautiful looking wheel. Rear wheel, 24 spokes. So two cross on the drive side. Flip it over, one cross for the non-drive side. Again, you've got your center lock disc brake standard, 12 millimeter through axle, 142. And cassette bodies, this is a Shimano 11-12 speed compatible body. This wheel set's also available with SRAM XDR and Campagnolo N3W. I mentioned earlier the ceramic bearings. The rear hub utilizes Cadex R2C60 hub, which has a 60-tooth ratchet drive engagement to guarantee, obviously, quick engagement. Now, it wouldn't be one of my videos unless we actually hear the free hub mechanism. So let's knock that out right now. Not exactly the quietest wheel set out there, but some people love that, don't they? And a lot of really intricate machine work has gone into this hub. They've really gone to great lengths to lop weight from this pair of wheels. The camera doesn't really do this pair of wheels justice. It's almost a shame to get these wheels dirty. That's the tech specs covered. Now it's time to weigh these little puppies. Onto the gram scale, rear wheel. These weights are going to include the valve, core, end cap, room tape, etc. Rear wheel, 722 grams. Front wheel weight, 594 grams. Now, the fun part, where I get to balance everything on the scales. we verify the actual weight combined. You could use a calculator, but that's no fun, is it? Combined weight, front and rear wheels, 1,316 grams. That's the weights covered. Now it's time to bust out the calipers and see how the rims measure up. Internal width, 24.8, so close enough to 25. Rim depth, 35.18, definitely close enough to the spec. Outside to outside, oh, 31 even, absolutely bang on. Well, 31.01, close enough to the spec. There's the caliper measuring done. Now it's time to see how these wheels mount up a tubeless set of tyres or two. And for something interesting, mounting up here, this is a Cadex GX tyre, gravel tyre, quite an aggressive tread, 700C by 40 millimeters. Don't freak out because I have a review of this tyre coming separately. Just want to see how it mounts up, hopefully. Bontrager TLR flash charger pump, preloaded to about 125 PSI. No sealant inside, dry mount. My sealant of choice, by the way, is the one and only Orange Seal Endurance formula, and the valve core has been removed. You want a big shot of air. Pow! All right, I haven't heard the pop sound yet. It's close to popping though. It did mount up very nicely. Get this bugger to pop. It's close. Try and do this one-handed so you can see it. If this doesn't pop, everyone loves that pop noise. It's very reassuring. Well, you know what? It looks like it's in the bead. This might be the first set of tyres that's never ever made the pop sound. Amazing. Right now the tyre's sitting at 53 PSI. 55, yep. She's in the bead. Rightio, trendsetters. This is my benchmark tyre. My preferred go-to tyre for gravelly road cycling, if you prefer, the Penarest Gravel King SK 700C by 43 millimeters. This tyre is not new. It's not floppy and sloppy, but it's got plenty of miles, but used regardless. Let's hope it mounts up, no whack and faries. Oh, Bob's your bloody uncle, that's what I'm talking about. And the reassuring pop sound into the bead. Ken Oath. Let's add a couple more PSI just for giggles. We're up to about 40 PSI right now. By the way, you stay kind of fit doing this versus using an air compressor. Bugger that. Yeah, she's in the bead, no worries. Right, conclusion. With just one layer of tape, these were easy wheels to deal with at least 2 sets of tyres. But there's more. Here's a bonus tyre for your trendsetters. This is another Cadex tyre. This is the Cadex AR meaning all-road, 700C by 40. This tyre looks fast as f***, I've got to say. Don't worry, don't sweat it. Review's coming out later on. Let's see how easy it mounts up to a wheel of the same brand. Oh, yes. Interesting. It made micro popping sounds of sorts. Let's add a bit more air. Looks like it's in the bead. About 45 PS, I reckon, just to be safe. And these tyres are clearly marked as being tubeless, hookless compatible, which this wheel set is. Yeah, beautiful. She's in the bead. So we've covered the tech specs, the weighing, the measuring, the tyre mounting. Now it's time to find out how the Cadex AR35 wheels ride. Tipping the scales at 1,316 grams with valves and rim tape, the Cadex AR35s are very light, durable and robust. Thus far they've shrugged off everything I've thrown at them, and they're still bang on true as the day they were unboxed. Carbon is a marvellous material in that it can be tuned in frames at least to customise the ride quality, stiffness and other traits, but for spokes, I'm not so certain. On the subject of spokes, spares were not included, which is disappointing considering the price. More on that later. These wheels are stiff, but not unbearably so don't expect to feel these wheels flexing beneath you. Consequently, you need to ride appropriate tire pressure for your body weight on this wheel set. I rode Racer Gravel King SK tires on these wheels in 700C by 43mm, and I had those wide casings running in the low 20s PSI for a very comfy ride. The hubs are excellent. The front hub ditches the traditional end cap, bearing and bushing interface with an integrated axle running the length of the hub. A clever but very simple solution that helps to eliminate hub play and stiffen everything. Likewise, the rear hub boasts a 60-tooth ratchet drive, meaning just 6 degrees of cassette body rotation guarantees motion. It's almost overkill, but the instant engagement is nice for those moments when you have to carefully pick your line. One negative, these wheels have the loudest free hub by far of any wheel set I've tested to date. Some riders will love this feature, me not so much. As expected for a wheel set of this quality, the ceramic bearings are smooth as butter as the day I first received them. The rim shape and depth of 35mm lends itself well to dodging blustery crosswinds, helpful when you've got a big tyre casing mounted, which adds to the rim's side profile. These wheels could easily cross over as a pavement going wheel set, which is where you would really notice the benefits of their fast acceleration to speed and low weight. Aesthetically, these wheels are beautiful and would complement most bikes, but at a price of US $3,000, they should be that and more. They include a 2-year warranty and 5-year incident replacement program, but this falls short when you compare these wheels to those of other manufacturers whose wheels are almost as light but cost less. Additionally, the rims are hookless, which is not for everybody, and I freely admit I'm a little leery of riding hookless rims with pavement going 28mm to 32mm tires. Overall, a superb, high-quality, durable wheel set that favours the gravel racer or racy performance riding with very fast hub engagement. Clearly, the big sticking point is the price tag on this wheel set, which certainly isn't within everyone's budget. So there you have it, my review of the Cadex AR35 wheel set, designed specifically for the gravelly roads, less travelled and beyond. I realise at the production time of this video there's an absolute cornucopia, smorgasbord buffet of wheels available for you to examine and think about purchasing for your gravel bike. So I sincerely hope that my review went some way in helping you make an informed purchase decision. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for no bullshit wheel set reviews such as this, no bullshit gravel bike reviews, other product reviews, ride experience videos, and my personal favourite, general madness. Okay then, we'll see you in the next video.